result of the agrochemical survey in Russia, it represents more than 43 million hectares of arable acidic soil. The soil cover on soil Republic is represented by mainly sulfur and light-grade forest patellite soils. Natural feature of them is an increased acidity. The effectiveness of liming is well studied on sulfur-loam soil in the Food Republic. Questions of effective application of local limestone ameliorants are not enough studied by scientists. Therefore, there was a need for broadly rational and efficient use of local chemical ameliorants. Development of recommendations for the use of local limestone ameliorants is an actual problem. The aim of my final research is to estimate limestone's long-term effect on agrochemical properties of soils and annual grasses yield. To achieve the aim, I had a few tasks to decide. The first, to study the long-term effect of dose of chemical ameliorants on physicochemical properties of sulfur-dolic medium-loam soil. The second, to determine long-acting lime dose effect on annual grasses yield and their quality. The third, to calculate the economic and energy efficiency of lime dose. Experiment was carried out on May 2000, of course, on the farm in Moscow. The experiment with 5 versions was carried out for research in a fruitful repetition. The experiment had 2 factors. Factor A, deposit, factor B, lime dose. The experiment's shim procedure was the following. As for factor A, deposit is located Kirovo-Chigretsk, Alnasha, Varizino, Krakow, Zherkan. Factor B, lime dose fertilizing. First, no fertilizer control. Second, NPK with lime of 0.5 hydrolytic acid. Third, NPK with lime of 1 hydrolytic acid. Fourth, NPK with lime of 1.5 hydrolytic acid. And fifth, NPK with lime of 3 hydrolytic acid. So samples were taken from each plot in August 2011, and the soil analysis was done realized from September to December. We estimated pH, hydrolytic acid, total exchangeable basis, saturation of soil basis, humus, ammonium, the represents of exchangeable potassium, and available phosphorus. Thus my results are. All of those analyses are positive, thus I had a high annual grasses yield. Second, deposit factor A. The highest yield was in Varizino, 220 grams per unit per meter square. On second plot, Zherkan, 160 grams per unit per meter square. Then Alnasha, 157 grams per unit meter square, and Krakow, 150 grams per unit meter square. Third, lime dose factor B. The highest yield was with the dose NPK with lime of 3 hydrolytic acid, 207 grams per unit per meter square. Then NPK with lime of 1.5 hydrolytic acid, 177 grams per meter square. On the third plot, dose NPK with lime of 1 hydrolytic acid, 153 grams per unit meter square. And last plot, NPK with lime of 0.5 hydrolytic acid, 139 grams per unit per meter square. Thus, liming improves physical and chemical properties of acid soils and increase the fertility and provides high yield of crops. Thanks for your attention. Any questions if you have?
Can I ask you? What does NPK stand for?
NPK is nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus.
That's what you actually, the recommendation for the next time. Just if there are not well-known abbreviations, please try to, to explain them, probably there are lots of abbreviations in all the world, so just you should focus on that. What do you mean by fruitful repetition?
That we have one question and we must form for repetition.
For repetition.
Yes.
What do you mean by repetition? Is it kind of repeated action? How can you translate repetition in the context? Контексте, как переводить?
Как четырехкратной повторности.
Четырехкратная
Повторность.
Повторность. That's very important. That's what I wanted to hear, actually.
Я спрошу по-русски еще. Скажите, пожалуйста, эксперимент у вас, я так понимаю, проходил в разных местах, да?
Нет, он был в одном месте, просто мы потом брали полученные образцы и их уже анализировали в лаборатории.
То есть у вас было какое-то контрольное,
Да, контрольный вариант.
варианты.
Да. Уже с контролем уже сравнивали вероятности, как у нас повышается благодаря скрининг.
То есть самые высокие показатели, которые мы видели, это как раз контрольные группы, да,
Вот относительно контроля, да, у нас все повысилось.
May I ask you a question? What preposition do we use when we pronounce years? How can you say в 2004 году?
2004.
Preposition в таком-то году. И почему-то сказали right. And how can you pronounce гидролитическая кислота? Как произнести?